Hello everybody, goodness me, it's a pop-up live, boing! Well, reason why we're doing a pop-up live tonight is A, I need to get on with some modelling projects, quite frankly, but also we've got a new rig here. I think you might have seen some behind the scenes photographs, he says, suddenly realising he needs to go and get the behind the scenes photographs, but I invested in I think they're called NEEWER, NEEWER, but essentially it's a frame to hold cameras, which is what we've got here. You'd think I'd get this all set up before I go live, didn't you? No, I obviously didn't. Oh, scrolls down, literally doing a scrolls down at the moment. Bum, talk amongst yourselves. Oh, there we go. Now that'll do. That's close enough. Yeah, it's this camera rig, and goodness me, get it organized next time, JM. It's a pop-up live because I really haven't had my brain in gear to upload the photographs. So anyway, right, here we go. NEEWER. I want to call it NEEWER, but there we go. NEEWER. ST100. It's essentially it's a great big kind of metal frame, which is what we've got here. I think if I just tilt the camera up, you can see there it is. Anyway, it's very good. A few things we've just got to kind of iron out. A better running order next time. Yes. But we've got it set up over the workbench here. So with a bit of luck, with a little bit of luck, there we go. So these are the clear parts for my Italeri AMX, which I started building at Telford last year. Came home without the clear parts. Whoopsie. So thanks to Mr. Farmer, didn't offer me a job in a fire escape trade, but he did manage to procure some extra clear parts. So what we're going to do tonight as part one of this live extravaganza is we're going to prime these with some Tamiya lacquer, the flat black LP3. These have been masked using bare metal foil because I just wanted to try something different this time. And we are going to be spraying them with my trusty Fengder 26 pounds airbrush that I got 2 years ago, which is still going strong. So before we do anything, I'm just going to drop a little bit of thinner into the brush just to make sure it's spraying fine. Absolutely beautiful. Tamiya stirrer, and just beauty of this is you can literally just go in and grab a couple of drops of paint, I think that'll do for now. And we'll just test the, oh, that's absolutely perfect. Incidentally, underneath here is my piece of glass, thick glass sheet, which viewer Rory gave me about 10 years ago. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Rory. It's been a real lifesaver, especially this week when I knocked that bottle of paint over. Talking of which, Idiotto here has left a bottle of paint unattended. I think he'd learn his lesson, wouldn't you? So I'll get around to doing some painting in a minute. So we've got the compressor set to about 1.5 bar. And that is probably, yeah, that's fine. So I am literally going to be dusting this on rather than flooding it. There we go. It's not a very good angle, I know. Should get the Oh, there's a bit of errant masking here. I might have to go back and touch that up at some stage. Do you know, I think there is something to be said for having the camera angle pointing towards us rather than over the shoulder, because as you can see tonight, the airbrush is getting in the way of the object we're trying to paint. But hey ho, this is why this is all a learning experience to get the right angles and everything. But there we go. That's that pretty much primed now. You've also noticed that I have covered the inside of the canopy with some Tamiya tape, as I have with the windscreen. So I will come to your comments in a minute. Oops, Daisy. Out to paint. Now this bottle of LP3 has progressively been thinned down the years, so it's now pretty much kind of like, you know, airbrush ready. And I thinned it with the lacquer, the Tamiya lacquer thinner retarder type. That should be fine. Absolutely beautiful paint. Oh my goodness me. Come on, Tamiya. Release more shades in this paint. It's just fabulous stuff. It really is. Yep, that's fine. And we'll just add another coat to this. I think I'll just carry on until I've used up all the black in the cup, quite frankly. That's it. That's all gone. So, airbrush station. And we'll just blast there we go. Empty that out. I will be doing some more spraying tonight, so I'm not going to do a massively kind of deep clean of this. We'll just get the excess paint out of the cup there. Back in there for a bit of a blast, and then a little bit thinner through there. If you haven't got one of these, by the way, absolutely brilliant. They really do mean you're not having to kind of mask up when you are clearing the airbrush through. There we go. And then we'll just take that out, give that a bit of a clean. I know the airbrush is dripping all over the paper there, but that's why we've got the glass sheet there. Thank you, Rory. And that's in place. Give that a quick wipe. Back in the airbrush station, and that is that bit for now. And just that's it. That's that. So I'll read your comments in a second. I'm just going to have some herbal tea. Oh, that's lovely. Right, let's see what you're all talking about. Tony's Hobby Room says hello. Nick Brown says hello, a pop-up live. Exciting stuff. Well, we do our best. But yeah, I've got things to try and move along in terms of projects for Telford, which is coming up very, very soon. What are we, just over 8 weeks away? I know. So that's that slab of glass, by the way. So thank you, Rory. That is absolutely stellar. What else are we going to be working on tonight? Well, we've got the Tamiya Grumman Martlet, which needs to have the cockpit bits and pieces assembled. So we'll do that this evening, he says, banging his head into his camera. So I'm just looking for the instruction sheet for this. Oh, for goodness sake. What have I done with that? What did you do on Thursday evening? I watched a confused man from Dudley trying to find his bits of his Tamiya Martlet in the box here. Was it JM? Yes, it was JM. So, right. So, bear with, folks. Bear with. Just looking for an instruction sheet that has vanished into the ether. Well, as is the norm for this workbench, for some bizarre reason, my instruction sheet for my Wildcat has completely disappeared off the face of the earth. Never mind. We know what we're doing with these bits anyway. So, there they are, hidden underneath the box there. So we've already done that bit there, and that's the oops, Daisy hits head on camera. There's the instrument panel, which we put the decal on, and we've also run little bits of gloss varnish into the bezels there. So it's a nice effect. I'd probably do it a bit differently if I was building something for me, but this is a model for a display for the hobby company for Telford. So let's see how this. So we want the bit with the throttle goes in there like so. Okay. Yep. And Yep, I see. Yep, that drops around like that. Right, what we're going to do is grab some extra thin, and we're just going to tack on from the underside. Is just run a bit in there, run a bit in there, and that box goes in there like so, and then we can just push the instrument panel back a bit. So, right, Genius here managed to shave off the locating tab at that end. So we're just going to drop a little bit of extra thin in there. That's fine. This is what I love about Tamiya Extra Thin, is just look how quickly that just grabs everything. Absolutely stellar stuff. It really is. So what we're going to do also is just drop a little bit at the back onto the instrument panel. That'll do. Robert Johnson says, why is a navy plane in sand scheme? Why is a navy plane in sand scheme? I'm not with you, Robert, but I will explain that in a second. It could also be that the gamma on the camera settings is a little bit off tonight, so that is something else I need to do. That is Sky Type S for the interior of the gear bay. So now this will be extra dark sea grey, dark slate grey, and sky. Right, I'm just having a quick look to see what can we do next. Oh, we can. I can't add the landing gear just yet because I need to do some extra painting on that. So it might be that that's where we call a halt to this one for the show, at least. I'm just having a quick look at the so there's the landing gear, which has been painted in sky, but there are bits of it that need to be in black. Which is he going to brush paint that, or is he going to? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay, we'll come back to that. I'm just having a look. Yeah, X18. I'm not terribly sure Tamiya have got this. I don't think that's quite right. Anyway, we'll come back to that at another stage. But we've got the cockpit pretty much assembled. Hurrah! Which we can then. I'll just do a dry fit at the moment, but as ever with Tamiya, absolutely foolproof construction, because that drops into there like so. And then obviously the rear of the seat there just locks into the back, and then that and then once that is actually glued, that will close up the slight gap on the wing root. So not worried about that. So excellent. Right, we can move on with that once the show is over. Now, here is my rather battered Grumman Wildcat folder. You can You can see how battered it is. Look, I don't know if you can see that up there. There we are. Grumman Wildcat. Now, what is in here? Goodness me, I should get another folder really. But what have we got in here? We've got detail and scale. We've got scale aircraft modeling. Actually, August 1986. I think that was pretty much one of the first copies of Sam I ever bought. What have we got? What else have we got? Oh, we've got some stuff from Grumman, which is exciting. Profile. Wildcat in Action, an excellent copy of Wingspan magazine from January 1990, which has some absolutely beautiful Alfred Granger drawings in there, really quite stunning. A photograph of a Wildcat that I built years and years ago. Scale aircraft modeling, some Mike Keep original drawings of, that's actually a Hellcat, but there's a bit of a Wildcat in there. And then we've got here some documents that were sent to me by Grumman back in 1989. And so there we go. Compliments of the Grumman Corporation. These are these are a gold mine. In fact, when Airfix were tooling up their little Wildcat, 10 years ago, the 72nd scale one, I loaned them all this stuff. So they had their own reference, obviously, but that's an absolutely brilliant document from Grumman. And what we've got here is we've got a similar thing on the FM2. This is back in the day where you used to write to Grumman and they just send you a pile of stuff for free. Just brilliant. Oh, I've got somebody FaceTiming me. They'll have to wait. Scale aircraft modeling, detail and scale, Osprey, IPMS magazine, but super scale double sheet, but the absolute gem that I have in my collection, that is the first model magazine I ever got, and that was from a model show in Wokingham in 1974. Goodness me. In fact, the dates on here, here we go, 1972 it says there. Talk about formative, an article on correcting the Hasegawa AV8A to Harrier, rather, to a proper AV8A, including artwork by Dick Ward of Model Decal. In fact, that's from the Model Decal sheet, which was used for the article. Little did I know at the time that I'd never heard of Dick Ward as a 6-year-old, but it was the Wokingham show was a local show for him because he was IPMS, oh goodness me, Farnborough. And so Wokingham and Farnborough, literally like 5 miles apart. Article there on converting the Fujimi KV1 76 scale into a flamethrower version. Just love all these drawings. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This was such a blinding article for me as a kid. The Martlet in Fleet Air Arm service. Still using this as a reference source today. Absolutely brilliant. Now, somebody mentioned Desert Colors. In fact, we do have one there in overall azure blue. And in fact, there were some that were painted in midstone and dark earth. But what a fabulous article, really is. It's just, love it. Hawker Siddeley 125, Messerschmitt Comet, that's building a Schleppler tractor. A Twabi Arc, which I actually did do that conversion at some stage. That 109 in 1987, I actually built a Hella 109 in those colours. French Corsairs, look at this. Oh, just brilliant. Albion Refueler, which ironically I ended up doing artwork for the Airfix Albion Refueler. Good article there on super detailing model cars. I think Ian Hartup will like that. Race and rally Porsches, Luftwaffe uniforms. So what this was essentially like a taster of try and get people to join the IPMS. Green Grumman intruders there from Vietnam. A little, what would you call that? It's like a little carrier thing. It's like a gun carrier. And this is also phenomenal. Look at that. Gloucester Meteor. Again, this was such a formative article that back 25 years ago, when I was, again, working with and for Dick Ward, and one of the projects I handled for him was the reissue of the Airfix Meteor Mark III. Lo and behold, I used that as one of the reference sources. So, and oh, got that article there, that advert there for Humbrol paint. Goodness me. Anyway, so there we go. That's from the Wildcat folder, the reference folder there. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on with some modeling. I'm still going to be messing around with this camera rig to try and get the setup better, but it is absolutely solid because essentially it's like an inverted U-shaped frame made out of tubular kind of, I think it's aluminium, but it's I think I got it half price. It should have been about £150, and I got it for a little bit over 70. So good investment that. Anyway, I am going to, the temerity of the man, I'm going to get on with some modeling. You lot enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening. Fingers crossed we'll be back on Sunday for the Sunday service. Keep an eye out on the Facebook page for updates and things. Also, if you are taking part in the Jadlam Spitfire group build, Airfix Spitfire Mark 12 group build, and you have some of the Airfix flying hours on the boxes that you're not going to use, then save them up. And there is I'll tell you who he is. It's Models for Heroes. Will be accepting your unused flying hours tokens. So put them to good use, folks. Until the next time, we'll see you on Sunday. Until then, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and build a model, for goodness sake. See you later.